lost, Liverpool lost in one day. So it was a fantastic. Only Man City won on Saturday. So even though at some point it was 1-1, we are expecting if Man City will lose, but Man City somehow survived. Yesterday, Arsenal survived too. After leading Newcastle in that game 1-0 till the 87th minute, and I'm expecting to banter Arsenal, but Arsenal somehow found a way to score 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of that game to win that game against Newcastle. So everybody actually, most teams lost at the weekend. For example, Real Madrid again were trashed. Atletico trashed them 5 goals to 2. We are going to talk about that on the show. In the CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup, two teams in the CAF Champions League went through to the next round. The other two teams in the Confederation Cup was knocked out. So we're going to talk about that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, Premier League preview, CAF Champions League, CAF Confederation Cup, and the La Liga. Good morning, also. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. The weekend was kind of quiet.
No noise.
Nobody was coming out.
I was passing.
Everybody just minds their business. Like you lose, I lose. Nothing to talk about until the next one.
Especially on Saturday, everybody,
On Sunday, everybody came gathered together to welcome another brother.
Not to you.
To welcome another brother.
Unfortunately.
But it didn't work because now I'll say Ateta has learned his lesson. Now I can now fully with my full chest say Ateta is challenging for the trophy. Now that he has learned his lesson. Welcome to the show, guys.
Okay, good morning, John.
Good morning, Godwin. It's they call us the noisy neighbors, right? But today, the people that call us noisy neighbors are the silent neighbors because hand they touch them here then so it's a fantastic morning after a wonderful weekend. All the people that are praying for our demise got their own demise early, and
John,
I'm happy.
Let me even say something. In Nigeria, people are where 2 or 3 are gathered.
Concern me. Concern me.
When they started winning the league, everybody wanted Man City to win it. Do you know why? Nobody don't get fast. So when they win the league, it's like a new track. Everybody is happy.
But instead of Liverpool winning it, Man United are angry. If Chelsea win it, people don't go hear what. If Arsenal win a problem. So maybe Man City win. Nobody who knows them.
Remember, guys.
Who are you? Who know you? How many are you?
Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with the Premier League. I'll give you the results of the weekend's game. We'll talk about most of them. Early kickoffs. Yeah, early kickoff. Brentford beat Manchester United 3-1. Since Amorim took over Manchester United, they have not won back-to-back Premier League games. This is a terrible result. Over a year of football, you have not even won a Premier League back-to-back games. It's just terrible. So, but they lost this game 3-1. Okay, the 3 p.m. result: Leeds United 2, Bournemouth 2. Chelsea lost at home to Brighton 3-1. This is the second game in a row Chelsea got a red card in a game. So Chalobah got a red card and Brighton came back to win that game 3-1. Man City trashed Burnley 5-1. Burnley's defender scored 2 own goals. One person scored 2 own goals. Hala scored 2 and they trashed Burnley 5-1. Another big one, Crystal Palace has found a way to be doing things to Liverpool. They beat Liverpool 2-1. Nketiah scored in the final minutes of that game in 90 plus 10 minutes to win that game against Liverpool 2-1. So Liverpool have lost their first game of the season. Crystal Palace are the only side in the Premier League yet to lose a game. So the coach is actually doing well. Okay, the other result, Nottingham Forest again lost 1-0 at home to Sunderland. So Sunderland is one of the surprise package this season. Bringing in Xhaka in that team from Bayer Leverkusen has done them great in that midfield. Even they made him the captain. So he's been leading that team well. Spurs scored the last minute goal to draw that game against Wolves. Wolves almost got the first 3 points of the season, but it ended 1-1. On Sunday, Aston Villa beat Fulham 3-1. Then Arsenal went away to St. James's Park to beat Newcastle 2-1. Fantastic result. Today, West Ham have a new coach. So
Nuno Espirito Santo
will be taking it off his first game against Everton away from home. So let's see what happened. They sacked Potter. They sacked Potter on Saturday, and they put in sharp. So let's see what he's going to do today. But let's talk about this the game, Saturday's game. Okay, Brentford versus Manchester United again. It's been terrible results for Manchester United. We keep saying it. They beat up. Sometimes they win. Maybe a big team, for example, they win a Chelsea. They come and play. I won't call Brentford a small team, but in the scale of things, they are a mid-table in the Premier League. They go to these mid-table guys and they lose games. They lost this game and also 3-1.
This is the first time, according to record, this is the first time in 88 years that Brentford to beat Man United 2 back-to-back. Before I'm not saying they cannot win 2 games in 2, but they can win one, draw one, win the next one. But this is the first time in 88 years they beat Man United 4-2. And I think the last time it was 4-3. It was 4 goals. Man United considering 4 goals. And Man United struggling to come back to score 2 or 3 to make it 4-3, just to make the defeat minimal. Now in this game again, you went on to this game. I would say, okay, fine, the high line is not working. That was how they got the long pass to Thiago, and he went on to beat the defense with the high line defense and all of that. And again, after that, I was expecting a performance, at least to run at defenders, press. The only person that was trying to press when Brentford is trying to beat from the back is Sesko. And when he's going for that press, there's no support press from the other fullback, which is a problem for Man United. Because if you're going to play a high line, it means every of your attackers should be pressing the defense, while the midfield will join and shuts down the middle, so they can always always send the long balls. Then you start from there to collect the ball and you build again. Now the press was not good enough. The defensive line, the high line defense you are trying to create was not good enough, which means they can beat you in midfield, they can beat you in defense via counter attack and long balls, and they can beat you anywhere. They can beat you in the press that you're trying to press again, and it's a problem for me because everybody comes back. That weekend I was saying, everybody was hammering out, he doesn't know what he's doing at the job. But again, you go back and look at the players. Before this game, I told you this thing, and I told you clearly, that midfield with Gatti, it no go work. Remember before that game, I said it here on the show, that midfield with Ugarte and Bruno, it no go work, and it didn't work again last night. You saw it again.
Okay, no, John, if you look at the record of Amorim in this Manchester United, before we talk about continue with this game, Amorim have lost 17 games in 33 Premier League games. That he has lost more games. I don't even understand how this thing works. He has lost half of the games he has coached in the Premier League. It's a terrible thing. He needs to start turning out results, because this is, for a club like Manchester United, losing 17 games in 33 games is actually terrible.
Yes, it's terrible. Like, there's no excuse for that for everybody who wants to bring up an excuse.
Especially when you bought this.
Yes.
You spent a whole lot this summer.
Let's like we said, let's discount last season, because a lot of people have said a lot of things.
Yes,
let's discount last season. If you look at his performances this season, you are seeing a trend that is similar to last season, because the same complaints we keep having for Manchester United, we keep seeing it. Okay, you said your problem is you took Bruno out of the 10, put him in that midfield, and say you don't have a 10, whereby you have Bruno and Amad Diallo. They went and brought you Matisi and Wemo now, and you say you need somebody up front. That Højlund is not performing. They gave you Højlund. You say you need this, you need all the things he's been asking for. They've given him everything to the T. Now, of course, we are hearing rumors from social media and from other places that the players they got him is not what he want. Like that, he didn't want Sesko.
He never wanted Sesko.
And then he never wanted Lamens, the goalkeeper, because explain to me how much they spent to get Lamens. Until today, Lamens never wear jersey. And what's his name? Sesko is just done in starting, I think, 1 or 2 of his first games for Manchester United. Explain to me how that works after spending so much. You understand me? So I think that everything has been tweaked. The only thing that remains to be tweaked is either the formation or the manager, because there's no two ways about it.
Okay, they lost 3-1. Sesko scored his first goal for Manchester United
after
four tries. In the first half, they had about 5 shots on target. 4 of them were Sesko, because the keeper saved 3 of them before he scored the fourth one. He scored his first goal for Manchester United after Brentford have already scored 2 in the first 20 minutes of that game. Man U made it 2-1. In the second half, Fernandes got a penalty, but somehow he decided to miss it. It would have been 2-2 probably if they had scored that penalty. They probably pushed for a winner. But
captain 120 million. He did not drain. If you not go Saudi by now.
He did not actually score that penalty. They were trying to attack when Brentford broke their line again to score that lovely goal for making it 3. So they ended 3-1. Again and again and again, Amorim have not won back-to-back Premier League game as a manager of Manchester United as a big club, it's actually terrible. But he needs to start fixing up things. For me, I think he's a young coach. I think depending on how you want to see it on social media, even though we don't joke with social media, everybody is saying, let this man go, let this man go. But sometimes you can give him time. But I think that they will give him this year. After this year, they will now look at it again if they're going to give him next year. But let's see.
This is his first
season. Yes, first season. So let him finish this year. Yeah, let's finish because we are not even seeing improvement. But hopefully we'll start seeing improvement. It might take time for him to build. But they lost this game 3-1. If you look at the statistics in this game, it's basically even. Brentford had 10 shots in total. 8 of them were on target. They scored from 3 of them. They had almost 43% possession, 351 passes, 76 of them were accurate. For Manchester United, they had 14 shots in total, only 6 on target, and Sesko had 4 of those 6 on target.
And again, I think they brought Mbeumo in to create chances. Why is he creating and taking the shots from 30 yards?
He was brought to score goals.
Leave the scoring goals, bro. They
have scored almost 20 goals last season.
Leave the 20 goals where he scored for Wolf. Wolf, you are playing
now Brentford where you follow.
Now wait, let me understand. No, I'm talking about Cunha.
Okay.
You brought in from a Wolf who packs the balls. You hit on the break, you pass to the striker. You get your goals whenever you have the chance. Cunha went on a running spree against 4 defenders. You beat them. 2 men are running in front of you. Pass the ball. Pass, bros. I don't know why you go dribble 2 men finish. From 30 yards out, you go still take the shot without even being stable on it.
If this guy was scoring the goals, let's say you are scoring the goals, you understand me? Because those opportunities is that if you converted them, we wouldn't be saying what we are saying. Manchester United fans will not be suffering PTSD right now.
It's not about
but you're not converting.
Pass.
And you're not supplying. No, it's one thing. See, you cannot take it. Mbeumo scored almost double. He scored multiple double digits last season.
He's still passing the ball.
Excuse me. Mbeumo has scored multiple double digits last season. So if he wants to feel that he wants to take a chance or two, you cannot be grudging.
I'm not talking about Mbeumo. I said Matis Cunha.
I think you mentioned Mbeumo.
Cunha, not Mbeumo. Mbeumo is even trying to pass the ball, at least trying to make a run, pass the ball. That's why you didn't see him have more shot on yesterday. I think he has only 1 shot yesterday.
Okay,
on Saturday.
Manchester United need to start fixing up their problems. They need to start fixing up because losing again against Brentford is not really. It's not that they have played Brentford. At least they have played Arsenal and they lost. But this one
they have played Brentford as well.
They didn't have played anybody. Please, let's not come here and come and make it what is not.
The game, the position was just 7% more position.
Bro, what are we talking about? You know how play anybody. Like let's not. This one now is delusion. Nothing you go tell me. You know how play anybody. You know how play nothing.
52-48 no be the same thing.
You know how play nothing.
I've said this before. According to you,
when you know they play sideways and backward passes, you know how play nothing.
According to you, when you see those number of passes and you see a team packing the balls and they're making this number, you say how they outplay them in possession. Look at possession. According to you,
don't misquote me.
In this one, Man United outplayed Brentford. They were not clinical in front of goal. Yeah, according to me now, they outplayed Brentford and they were not clinical in front of goal.
Okay, they had 6 shots only.
Look at the passes, 700 and something passes and 400 and something.
How many of them were forward passes, please?
You don't consign me. They had more passes. They had more pass accuracy.
At the end of the day, whether they have
they
passes,
lost.
They lost that game. But let's see if Amori can turn this ship around.
There's no turning around.
It's going to be a great thing for them if he can actually turn this thing around. But it will take him time to do that. I think it will take him time. Well, that's what I think. Especially throughout this season. So Manchester United fans, people have to just chest this year. Chest them again. Just carry your hand. Chest throughout this season. Next season you can now probably start judging Amorim, but this season forget about it. It's not going to happen. Except something start happening very, very soon. But we are not seeing changes. But on the positive side, Sesko scored his first goal. Hopefully it's going to be one of the many he's going to score for Manchester United. Okay, let's move on to the other games. Chelsea lost at home to Brighton. Chelsea took the lead in the first half, and everybody was saying, okay, they took the lead. But in the second half, Chalobah again got a record. Not again, though. Got a record in that game, and Chelsea were down to 10 men. Then Brighton came out, obviously, to game out. They have the numbers. They came out and started scoring goal, and they scored 3 to beat Chelsea 3-1.
Yes, you know, this is what you call penny wise, pounds foolish. And in this encounter, Chelsea are the pounds. because for all the big flamboyant expenses, for all the young talents you are signing in, you want to turn yourself into the new generation Arsenal, signing young talent for all the big outlays spent over 2.4 or 2.5 billion spent. How far? You have a team on the other side of the spectrum, less than 99.9% of the spending power or spending budget, and you are having them win you shamelessly in that encounter. Like for me, I've always said it that when you go one man down, we see the character of your team. Go and look at it elsewhere. When you go one man down, we see the character of your team. Can you press? Can you fight for each other? Can you defend as a unit? Can you shut these guys down? But what me I do not like is when you go one man down and then the manager starts panicking. The manager starts panicking, start making flurry of changes that does not help the team. It's a wrong move from Maresca in this encounter, but I feel that when they got that red card, yes, the dynamics of the game shifted. If you saw how they got the first goal, it was Enzo Fernandez coming into space where nobody was on him in that cross, and he was able to connect with it. But after that red card and the changes that followed, we saw a drop in that forward push from Chelsea.
Okay.
So we need to see more character from the team.
Okay. No, so what do you make of this game? Chelsea losing at home to Brighton.
It's not concerned whether Chelsea win or lose. I talk am before now. Say Fabian, I trust. In Fabian, my full chest lies. In Fabian, I will one gift for you, a pack of gift for you, because guy, this is, you look at a team like Chelsea, you have your best players on the bench. Because for me, I don't know how you want to think. I don't know how you want to think of it. Danny Welbeck is one of the best players at Brighton right now. No. See, you can debate that. I don't mind. But
it's debatable now, you know.
It's debatable. But for me, he's the best player in the Brighton side. Coming up from the bench, you score your goal, you go back quietly. You know, said if you start fine, you score your goal. If you stay for bench, you come out. And again, look at Chelsea team. They've taken their manager before. It didn't work. They sent him out. In the team that started yesterday, they had about, I think, 3 or 4 Brighton players starting yesterday.
Man was one that was on loan, so he can't play this
No,
week.
I'm not talking about that one. I said 3 or 4 that started. Sanchez, Cucurella, Caicedo, 4. Caicedo and Joao Pedro. So they have 4. I was saying 3 or 4. They have 4. So if you not add Bonanote, it will be 5. If you not add one other person that I don't want to mention, it will be 6. So we don't want to mention. I say I don't want to mention that. So in yesterday's game, they have 4 starting. You get, and these players have played for Brighton. They know that Brighton is not anyhow push. It's not a pushover team. It's not a small team, and they went in with all their might to try and get that. Let me be honest. They try and win that match in the first 45, but they know that Brighton have some reserve in their tank. They can come in the last 70 minutes and score, and they have quality. It's not they have quantity on the bench. They have quality that fits the standard of the team.
Thank you.
On the bench, not that they have world-class quality on the bench. They have quality that fits the standard.
Not
of the
that
team.
you go to the market
and get
you use long throat to buy player
and buy anything. You need to buy, even if you're not buying world-class players, buy quality of players that fit the standard of your team. And that's what Brighton has done. And I feel like that's what Brentford as well have done.
I have to give kudos to their coach, Brighton's coach, Fabian. Yes, it's actually fantastic. No matter the team is playing, no matter who is playing, he always attack that
Pack
team.
the boss, no.
Even if he's going to lose 5 goals, he's going to attack it. So hopefully he's one of the young managers. I'm hoping that will get a big call somewhere.
I bet no get big call. This Brighton go Champions League. This Brighton go Europa League. That's what my prayer for you.
I think his style of play.
And you win Europa League.
I think his style of play is commendable because no matter where he's going, away, home, anywhere, that's why you hardly see him play 0-0 draw in a game. Either he's losing or he's winning.
If you play 0-0 draw, not say the other team they pack boss.
So I like him. Hopefully he's going to do well and get a big call. Everybody will have a big call at least once a day. I think he's 30-something years old.
Not Manchester United. Thank you.
But let's see. He went away for Maresca. Chelsea fans are sad and angry because this is the year they hope that they are going to challenge for the league. Even though it's early stages of
last year.
Hope and excitement. This is what they call how will I say it now, that your victory or your success beclouds your better judgment. This is the clear case. Winning the Club World Cup, we are ready. We win Champions, we win Premier League, we win this. Bro, I was saying it looked like as if I was a mad person. I was saying it, bro, look at your defense. Look at your goalkeeping position. Look at your attack, bro. How do you go and get in a Liam Delap and João Pedro and you now say we are ready with how do you keep up now with the Champions League and the Premier League? Clearly one will have to suffer for the other.
Okay,
Clearly.
let's see. Maresca needs to
Again, I think this is the same position Arsenal were last season.
Well,
in the first 5 games, they were receiving red cards up and down. So
So-
in the first half of the season. So I feel like Chelsea needs to work on something internally.
Okay, for the second game in a row, Garnacho did not play because his team took a red card in a game for Manchester United. The goalkeeper took a red card, so he didn't play. This game, he did not play again because the defender Chalobah got a red card. So for second game in a row, Garnacho have not played. Even though I know if
I'm not worried about Garnacho.
he's going to be start playing. For getting not even they see ball play. So everybody needs to work because if you look
I'm
at this
not worried
squad,
about
after spending
Garnacho.
almost $2 billion, this squad still looks like not a club that has spent money. So even though they have a couple of injuries, but they need to start doing well. But in this game, Chelsea lost at home 3-1. Let's move on to the next game because the defending champions too lost against Crystal Palace 2-1. Crystal Palace scored first in this game, but Liverpool again entered the game and scored in about the 8th minute of that game.
We were
It was 1-1. Then Nketiah scored in
An
the
offside goal.
final minute of this game to make it 2-1. Fantastic game for Crystal Palace. This is, I think they beat Liverpool in the Community Shield, even though it was a penalty. Now they beat them in the league 2-1. Crystal Palace are the only team that have not lost a single game in this Premier League.
Yes, but secondly, I will never put any important stock into being unbeaten in the league if you are not going to be in the running for the title at the end of the season.
As it be like this now, they see because
I
know how I'll say the day. If you look at when he was making the substitutions, when he was doing those changes, your mind go tell you say, this player has no reach. This kind of fear go enter you say this player has no reach the standard of quality, the standard of play where they go on right now. But they still went in there and did their best. And even I think they even outplayed the people that started. Because if you look at the Crystal Palace attack when they brought in the Nketiah and the rest of them, the attack was
all this one na short term.
I'm just saying
well
they fit the standard. Quality that fits the standard of play.
I think if you look at this season, you have to be judging it game by game.
Game by game, as in now.
As they are challenging.
They are not challenging.
Until they start dropping.
They've not lost a game.
Consign me.
Now look at it. 3 wins and 3 draws. 12 points on the table.
Yeah, 12%.
Liverpool 15 points. Who again this second? 13 points. 13 points. Then they are both Chelsea.
Yeah,
they are both Tottenham.
Even City too.
They are both City.
So they do well.
And you're telling me they're not doing well.
But Slot, if you look at Slot in this game, they didn't really play well. Salah was off his game. Isak, the £150 million striker, was off his
125.
game. Everything's 150. But I don't add him 160. It was to make me vex. He should start scoring goals. I don't know what he's doing there because it's going to be sad. For example, the next game, he starts the next game and he doesn't
start
score.
on the bench now.
Let me say he starts the next game, he doesn't score, and Ekitike comes in and scores a goal. Everyone now starts saying, leave this Ekitike to start now because I understand. But in this game, Liverpool generally did not do well.
Yeah, Liverpool generally didn't do well, and you have to hold Slot accountable because there were some players that should have played in their position. Like now, I don't understand why Cody didn't start. I don't understand. Yes, I don't understand why he didn't start in that position. Yes. So he should have started that man in his position. That man, if you want to talk about one of the most consistent wingers for Liverpool, if right from last season to this season, you have to call that guy's name because
slow motion.
Yes, you have to call slow motion Gakpo. Yes. Go and look at assists he's gotten last season. Go and look at opportunities he's created for the team. You have to give him his flowers. You understand me? And for all the talk about Isak not performing, I would rather put more emphasis on Florian Wirtz rather than Isak. Isak has earned himself 1 or 2 weeks off in this season because of all the saga he went through, all the things he didn't play, the training and everything. So we can cut him that slide because he's still a 20 goal a season player, and 1 or 2 games this season is not going to take it off his record because this is just the second game starting for Liverpool. So nobody should come and call Isak's name here.
So we'll start calling
Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz and markets.
See,
120 million pounds. I'll be waiting. Waiting they happen.
Okay, what do you see that game?
No matter how you say Isak Asia, he's from a Newcastle team.
And then
Playing
He's
in
played in the Premier League.
and then
He's not new to any culture of
Yes.
England. He's like they bought me for house and they play for house. I don't need the pressure. You get
his
now.
fitness not
wait.
an issue, yes or no?
He's just been out for how many months now? And
He's just how
wait,
many
now,
months?
Let me finish. He
What
was
are we
treated-
saying, man?
he
You
was
can't say that. It's just for how many months now? No, you can't say that,
He
man.
was training with his personal trainer.
Yes.
He was training at home. The team that was going to play competitive football is different. Now he's coming to the Liverpool side. He joined the Liverpool side. He's training with the Liverpool team. You get this is the third start. If I'm not wrong, this is the third start. The cup game, the Carabao Cup game, he started. The Champions League, he started. This one he has started. This is his third start. And you cannot tell me that after your first two starts, after 3 matches on the bench and 2 starts, you cannot come and do something for your team.
Okay.
How far now?
Let's see. They lost that game 2-1. I have to give the coach of Crystal Palace his own flowers because he actually managed that game very, very well. In case he has scored in the final minutes of that game to make it 2-1. It was almost ruled out for offside, but VAR looked at it and they drew that line, and it showed that the leg of Reverend Budge was keeping him on, so that goal counted. So they lost 2-1. So the first loss for Anslot this season. Okay, another team that did well again is Manchester City. They beat Burnley 5-1.
Thank you.
Haaland scored. Haaland
You
scored.
don't
on to the
concern me.
next one,
You
on to the next
cannot
one.
go on to the next one.
Haaland scored
On
2.
to the next
Thank
one.
you.
Who know them?
Haaland
Thank
scored
you.
two in this game. Haaland is a machine. Obviously, even though he scored in the final minutes of those games, they got to 8 goals this season. He's going
Thank
to probably
you.
finish
Topping
top
the
scorer.
log. The next person following him is whether 4 or 3.
I think that
What are we saying, man?
Haaland is too much. In this game, Brighton defender scored 2 own goals. He has scored 2 own goals in this game.
But I don't know what they talk of. Brentford won. They scored 3 goals.
You know,
They scored
concern
3
me.
goals. But me, I have a problem with when you score 1 own goal. Try and go to the other side and score. Try and go to the other side.
Defensive error is allowed.
See, I know you scored the own goal out of pressure, but go on the offensive, get a set piece, get a corner kick if possible.
Now when you want go on,
You
now
know-
when
you
you
know
want
you-
go on the
wait-
offensive,
wait-
now
wait.
in this guy you score in second goal. Where you wanted to go on the offensive,
Go on the
and
offensive
and be
and be cautious
a
of the
Gabriel
defensive.
Magalhaes.
See,
And
go-
they use cheap in goalkeeper, world class cheap.
go on the offensive and be ruthless. Try and get a corner kick and score from there. Not scoring 2 own goals back to back. Waiting, they go count him as
Okay, Burnley is obviously one of the relegation candidates if they continue the
No,
way
no,
they
no,
are.
they are not relegated this
City is going to obviously be challenging for the title because I think they are now 5 points behind Liverpool, so the title race is on for City to challenge for this league. They beat Burnley 5-1. Other results that happened again is Nottingham Forest losing at home to Sunderland. Sunderland is one of the surprise seasons. As a surprise team this season, they won that game 1-0.
still fourth on the table.
Yeah, they are still fourth on the table.
Still fourth on the
Fantastic
table,
result for them. For Angie have not even won a game as a Nottingham Forest
crazy,
manager,
man.
so it's going to be
Even
tough for
if,
him.
even if he's winning, he will still manage to lose it. So what's the use of winning the game?
Angie needs to start turning this thing around, and if he doesn't, then Nottingham Forest fans will start questioning their board for sacking their former coach to bring in Angie. So Angie needs to start getting results. Leeds United and Bournemouth played a 2-2 draw, fantastic game. Tottenham scored. Pauline has scored a 90 minutes goal to draw that game against Wolves 1-1. Wolves almost got their first stream of, but it did not work. On Sunday, Aston Villa beat Fulham 3-1. Own Iwobi started that game, but he couldn't get it on the score sheet. They scored for Fulham, scored for, but Aston Villa fought back to score 3 to win that game.
Say Aston Villa no good. Aston Villa no good. Let me forget Fulham.
Okay, let's talk
5
about
wins in the
another
last
one. Another one.
competition.
Arsenal played Newcastle played Arsenal. Arsenal went away to St. James's Park. If you look at Arsenal record there, it's always tough. It's always tough for them to win. I think in the past couple of games, 2-3 games, Arsenal have not even won or scored a goal at St. James's Park. But they came there, and even though they conceded the first goal in the first half, after that, I don't know what Gabriel was doing, but he atoned to score the winner in this game. To Arsenal won that game 2-1.
Like, first and foremost, kudos to Mikel Arteta. Like, it shows that at least That phone call where Guardiola give him, he don't reformat him brain a little bit, because typical Arteta will play the normal guys he used to play and then leave what's his name now, Eberechi on the left, right? But in this encounter, after shouting and signing appeal, 50,000 signatures online, Mikel Merino was left on the bench. Eberechi started in the center, and we saw his performance. Nobody will come here and tell me that Eberechi did not.
Pope was just saving everything.
What are we not saying? Like, for him, Eberechi with that his hairstyle is giving me vibes of Gervinho at Arsenal. Talking about this guy from, is it Ivory Coast also, that played for Lille and then came to Arsenal and moved to Roma. That's the feel. Shot after shot on that's. Pope was on his game, because Pope, if he collect salary this week, he go use rather collect salary, because they won't use I see it no good for that game. But look at how Arsenal played the game, how they attacked the game. Yes, of course, they have still not learned how to supply Gyökeres. We will still come to that elephant in the room. They've not yet learned how to supply Gyökeres, but we are seeing the power of quality depth.
Yes.
Quality depth. Look at the men that came into the pitch to come and say, Odegaard came from the bench.
Merino came from the bench.
Lewis Kelly, men, Trossard.
Even
started
yesterday. Yes.
And
Martinelli came in, yes. And they actually did well too. But now, if you look at that game, if you look at the statistics, like Arsenal had played them, but if you look at the game, Arsenal, you think Arsenal is ready now? When going to St. James, why a kick though?
Set piece now.
Wait.
Look at it now. Since 2023, goals scored by a set piece. I think before this game, Arsenal was first on the table with 44 goals. Newcastle was second, 38 goals, which is, I think, 8 goals, about 6 goals different between them from set pieces. And I think Crystal Palace and the others come placed. Crystal Palace with 32 goals also. Now, you know, the two of them, they score from set piece. Now, get tall giant on our defense. McBurn is the left back, and he's one of the. He's not one of the. He's the tallest left back. They've converted him to centre back. But yes, yesterday I think he played at left back. Yes. One of the tallest left back in the Prem. You get the tallest left back in the world currently, and he manages to know how to send in those crosses. So whenever he's inside the box, he knows where to receive those crosses from, and it's a good one for Newcastle again. Going into that game, and they were both expecting set pieces here and there. Both of them were looking to score their goals from set piece. Nobody actually took the initiative of breaking the defense line and getting the pass into the strikers yesterday, except for when Tonali serviced Votmade and he got the goal in the first goal of the game, and I felt like that was when I felt like he done ready, everywhere done sure, everybody done lose their game. And Arteta now went into his inner chambers to do something I didn't expect him to do. I'll be honest with you now. Now with this decision, I can come out and say Arteta is ready to challenge for the trophy.
I think
because you cannot be chasing the league leaders and they drop points and you go on ahead and drop your own points. Liverpool will lose, and you will now, at the end of the day, 2 days later, you will play the next day. Instead of you trying to win that game, the next day you will now lose again. It will not be the same points matching between the two before the week. Now you know before that day that Liverpool has already lost. The big teams have already lost. So it's now your time to just win your game and cover the gap.
Okay, Arsenal beat Newcastle 2 goals. The only controversy, one of the 2 controversies in that game, Gyökeres was judged to be Pope was judged to foul Gyökeres.
Now dive. He's supposed to get a yellow card for diving.
See what the referee said, because now if there's a decision like that, referee will now announce it to the crowd to tell them the decision that he said that Pope fouled Gyökeres, but his leg touched the ball first before the foul, so it was ruled out. Then there are other controversy in the second half when Gabriel touched the ball with his hand in the 18 when Elanga went to cross that ball. It was judged again that Gabriel touched the ball first before he touched his hand. So those 2 controversies was there.
Let's be honest.
Simple and short.
That tackle of Pope on Gyökeres was not a penalty.
It was a penalty.
That thing took about 4 minutes. Everybody saw it. His knee actually
But he
touched
don't
him.
touch ball now. He don't come
The
out from
point
ball
is, no,
already.
he didn't touch the ball. They said the ball touched him first. That is the argument before he fouled Gyökeres. So based on that, the goalkeeper touched, just like Gabriel's own too. The ball, I said that the ball touched him first before he touched his stand, so it was ruled. So two controversies in that penalty. If you ask me, both of them should be penalty. But whatever the rules is now.
I understand what you say, but if I go for a tackle and I win the ball first, there's always this likeliness that I will touch you while going for that tackle. But if I touch the ball and I touch you, it's still a ball on top.
You see that thing, if not that slight touch, that was a clear penalty. Because it came out, his leg was out, but it does that slight touch. But all these controversies happened in the game, so both teams had a shout at penalty, but the referee waved both of them out. But Arsenal, Gabriel scored in the final minute to win that game for Arsenal 2-1. So fantastic game of football throughout this weekend. Everybody did well throughout this weekend. So the top 4 of the Premier League, I'll give you the table of the top 4 for Manchester United. Maybe we don't even talk about Manchester United because we are no day. But for the table, Liverpool are still first on the table with 15 points. Arsenal is second with 13 points. Crystal Palace have not lost a game this season with 12 points. Spurs are fourth with 11 points. Sunderland are fifth with 11 points. Bournemouth are sixth with 11 points. Seventh is Manchester City with 10 points. Chelsea are 8th with 8 points. Brighton 9th with 8 points. Fulham 10th with 8 points. Leeds United 11th with 8 points. Okay, Everton are 12th with 7 points.
You don't do now. You don't do.
I want to.
No, just start from bottom. Start from bottom.
After 10th,
you don't finish.
After
10th, enter, then
I
you
know
go
where
down.
you want
And they
go.
go Manchester United.
After 10th, you end, and then you come from down.
Make them Google them. We don't need.
13th is the Brentford with 7 points. Manchester City, Manchester United is 14th with 7 points.
8 points behind the first. So
yeah,
it's not much. We said it before Real Madrid.
It's
not much.
But you cannot win common people. They give you. You cannot win Brentford.
The last three on the table is Burnley with 4 points. 18th West Ham. 19th with 3 points. Wolves have only 1 point. Rock bottom of the Premier League table. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Before we move on to La Liga quickly, let me read some of the comments there on our YouTube channel. Remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And okay, we are going to come to that. Chukwu Ebuka is talking about Yamal. Yamal is back. Celebration party is holding in our area today. So as many that are interested is invited. Okay, we now just win. Okay, we now they do
audio celebration.
Okay, and Atletico is here saying Bruno made a mess of Manchester United at the weekend. We were able to have a silent weekend, having Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Real Madrid lost throughout the weekend. So everywhere quiet, everywhere come cool down. Okay, Chooks is here. Chooks saying Manchester United are feeling reluctant to sack Amorim because of his dismissal benefits, which is up to £12 million. Okay, I don't score against back affairs tips. Okay, talking about Barcelona game. Okay, we're going to talk about that. And he's also saying Red Card FC, a new card will be introduced because of Chelsea, perhaps a blue card. And Atletico will be welcome to the show. Say Brighton collect millions from Chelsea and still collect 3 points from them. Oppression. Okay. Jerry, I went to call you again. Jerry, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys. I am happy. Okay, happy new week. As for me, I am not happy with Maresca. I never trusted his capability of handling Chelsea despite winning the Club World Cup. Chelsea is a club that used to do well when they are one man down, but now Maresca is showing how incompetent he is.
It's not about Maresca. Give him the players he needs.
Farouk, welcome to the show. He's saying Crystal Palace are not challenging. They are only having a good time, taking their chances as they comes. It will start showing they are not in the title race soon. Okay, let's see if that will happen.
At least they should make Europe.
Okay, Chukwuka is saying, Chukwuka is saying you guys
win European football.
Okay, Shoka, you guys wished for. Okay, you can wish for. You all got like abundantly. Yes, you wish for Shoka and we got it abundantly. You know, last week we cannot have
I declare,
we can't declare this week. Everything can happen. Okay, Gabriel is here. Gabriel, welcome to the show. Say back to school, John. Oh, okay, John was a big Arsenal. Okay, back in school. Okay, this person knows you. John was a big Arsenal supporter. Okay.
Thank you, my brother. You have exposed him. You have exposed him. Arsenal fan.
Let's move on to the
You
La
can't
Liga.
change this thing and start wearing Arsenal
I'm a
jersey.
City fan.
Okay, let's move on
to
let's move on to La Liga. I'll give you the result, the main result of the guys that played. First, the Madrid derby. Atletico trashed Real Madrid 5-2. Barcelona won Real Sociedad 2-1. Let's talk about that trashing of Real Madrid. This is their first loss for Alonso, but it came big. In the way you want to lose, you want to sometimes you want to fall, you go first. But this one they fell heavily. Mbappe scored again his 8th goal of the season in the La Liga. 8 games, 8 goals. But losing 5 against Atletico was a poor result.
It
for
was
Alonso.
a thrashing.
Obviously, it was a trash.
It was.
Mwadi.
You know when they tie your hand, tie your leg, you
Flog you
face
nowhere.
you go up.
The funniest part, it was 2-2 in the first half.
Yes,
It
now.
was even in the first
Yes,
half, and
now.
everyone was thinking, okay, maybe in the second half, maybe one more extra, one goal, maybe 3-2.
The Alonso time.
Yes, Alonso, all this kind of thing.
Atletico now brought up B1, B2 formation with a
Guado Hanaja.
sprinkle of Alvarez in the mix. Oh my goodness, you know.
It was a
I'm
lot.
happy. I'm happy I got the shock I ordered for, and it
Well,
was
this-
a good feast.
Truthfully, this weekend was just
Yes.
everybody collect.
Yes.
Apart from Arsenal and City, every other person collect. But also look at this thing, 5 goals to Real Madrid. I know sometimes you like Real Madrid small. But
I love Real Madrid.
Okay, love Real Madrid, but they
But
collect.
I love Atletico Madrid as well.
Okay,
You understand?
all of them, they Madrid.
All of them, they Madrid. those are my 2 teams in Spain. I'll be honest with you. But again, in this game, I was neutral. Both teams. I was neutral with both teams. But let me be clear on one thing. There's no way your defense will be doing well and you'll be making a substitution in defense. The noising for me, I'll say it again. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Is the only thing working in Real Madrid defense so far. The noising for me.
They
this
should
season
give him his flowers for real.
is
man.
the only thing working in Real Madrid's defense.
I'm happy
Carvajal,
I'm happy you're about to, you know, accept my points that I
waiting.
made earlier.
that waiting.
Militao out.
Not be you be the first person to talk Militao.
I was the first
I don't
person.
singer. I
I
don't
was
singer.
the first person on this show
John.
to talk
John,
about Militao out.
John.
Very first
Before you
person.
even think of
I
talking about
remember
Militao
your
out,
comment that day is how, where to.
Either
Na-
Militao.
That was
na
your
me-
comment
na me-
that
That
day.
was God.
Nah, me,
I've always been the first person to say Militao
because
out.
he's been injured. So
No,
this
minus the
injury-
injury. I've always said it before that minus the injury, Militao is one person that his decision making is very poor. I've sang it as a song. I don't sing it like song. I don't go studio. I don't release album. Militao come out. Make we know wetin dey do the defense first. You get? And before the sale of Navas, I said it. Navas went to Saudi. Militao was still there. No, now the nice thing for me this season, or perhaps so far for Real Madrid, though Rudiger is out injured, is the only thing working. Those two pairing in defense is one of the best defensive pair I've seen in Real Madrid so far. Even with the likes of Asensio coming in defense, this has been one of the best defensive pairing I've seen so far. Again, I feel like this Atletico Madrid team, they had a setup that could hurt Real Madrid anytime. Scoring the first goal by Norman was good for them.
Yes.
And Real Madrid coming in to do a double goal sweep. Taking off Andagula, they lost that midfield. There were some experiments my man made. I'll be honest with you. I'm not happy with the loss. I was expecting a draw from both teams. Draw and let us all be happy. But there was some experiments that Xabi Alonso made in that team that I felt like was off.
Okay, my guy Julian Alvarez scored 2.
Scored one goal and one penalty.
What a wonderful free kick that he did in that game. Powerful free kick. He beat Courtois to score that free kick. He scored a penalty. Fantastic. Griezmann scored in the 93rd minute to make it 5-2. This first time in a long time that Real Madrid have considered 5 against Atletico Madrid. So fantastic win for Simeone because they have struggled throughout this season to win. If you look at where they are just 12 points. Barcelona is first with 19 points. So they needed this win and they got this win in the La Liga. So fantastic game of football for Barcelona. Barcelona beat Real Sociedad 2-1. And again, Rashford got an assist in that game. So Rashford has been racking up assists with Barcelona.
Assist when they get for
If you
corner
like,
kick, no
if
be
you rack
assist
up
to.
20, it's not getting a
Assist.
permanent move.
Assist when they rack up for corner kick, no be assist to.
So if you look at
say you
Barcelona,
cross ball for corner, no be assist.
they won that game 2-1, fantastic for Barcelona. So the league table have turned. If you look at the table in the La Liga, Barcelona is first with 19 points. Real Madrid are now second. Barcelona is still unbeaten. Barcelona and Elche, obviously, imagine Elche are only unbeaten teams in the La Liga as of now. But Barcelona is fourth with 19 points. Real Madrid is second with 18 points, so just 1 point behind Barcelona. Villarreal are third with 16 points. Elche are fourth with 13 points. So Elche is doing well this season. Then Atletico are fifth with 12 points. Mbappe obviously is the top scorer of the La Liga, and Julian Alvarez is just behind him with 6 goals. So it's going to be a very, very tough encounter. Who is going to win the Golden Boot in the La Liga? Okay, quickly let's take phone calls before I give you the result of the game that happened in CAF Champions League, because our 2 guys in the CAF Champions League moved to the next round, but the 2 teams in the Confederation Cup was knocked out. So, but let's take phone calls first. The number to call is 0706-048-5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay. No, it's not. Yeah. Nobody got your call. Okay.
From Sanchez to Cornwell, Gusto, whatever. They are not good enough.
Okay.
None of them.
Thank you.
If you don't take on the road, one of them is going to they should change on the road back then, including the goalkeeper. Again, about Real Madrid, if you are calling the town out, I know, yes, you may not be that good, but I think them town to be that. After this is concerned,
You pick wait now.
Yeah, okay.
You pick Militao over Rudiger.
It's his choice. Leave him.
Okay.
Liverpool,
Yes.
yes, they have been winning things, they have been lucky in movies, but they call the best of their own movies.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Because they normally win you when you have struggled to equalize.
Mm-hmm.
They win you at the best.
Slottage time.
Yes.
That was exactly what happened with them. Yes,
All right.
they really broke their heart. And for Joan, who is criticizing Rashford, whether he goes and assist or whatever, I'm a fan of Rashford. You guys come to Rashford.
Okay.
God can't decide.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
Again, about Manchester United, let's not talk about it because they are heading for the mission.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
now.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. I know you. You say there is man. I don't know how he chose that name, but let's see if Man is not relegated. How can Man a whole match?
It's possible.
It's going to be hard.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take phone calls. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Who is always the name and location first?
James Bond.
Okay, continue.
Help me now also.
Barcelona had 12 shots on target. Rashford played 6 shots on target yesterday out of the 12.
He did well yesterday though.
He scored his 6.
Like Rashford was all over.
To be played from 30 years, you're telling me he scored.
SOCIEDAD goalkeeper. Back and FULHAM played those people 6. Rashford was all over them. I say best of Rashford for you see 2021 season. 2021 season, the best of Rashford. Now he returned back to back.
Back at the play well.
All those Emerson baptism what they do yesterday.
Mm.
And they tell Chelsea fans, when I know good, that PSG make them feel like say they make them get mouths. They know good, they know good. They know they accept say they know good. Us we know good, we they accept say we know good. Us we be naive fan, we they accept say we know good. Them just say they accept. They don't go accept say they no good. You see this guy, Liverpool guy. I don't know what he do that man. How can you bench Gabo and start from pitch for win? He gets out when he smoke for night. You know, I think I don't they give him all those small spots where they smoke. How? So very soon they go print Chelsea, maybe a green card.
Alright.
See this match against Liverpool, they go still collect another red card. Black and blue.
Okay, thank you.
Collect another red card.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. 0706-048-5853. Your contribution about this weekend's game. Everybody lost, so nobody's bantering everybody.
No banter for anybody.
So everybody collects. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
About Liverpool.
Okay.
Our coach was telling Brentford that he was attacking minded. What was the duty of the coach? Is it not when your player is doing something that you did not advise him, you call him to order?
Yes.
He was criticizing him. I said it earlier. The time they were looking for Isak. I'm not saying Isak is not a good player. If you have watched this
Ekitike.
You have tried him at the training talk.
Yeah. Pre-season.
So you'll be looking for a defender, not Konate is saying that he's going to Madrid. And I will even want him to go. Konate is not doing anything at Liverpool. I don't know what the hype they are giving to Konate. That's one thing. And the Van Dijk, being the chief marshal out of defense, you cannot control. Remember this new Crystal Palace? They use set pieces to win Liverpool at the Community Shield. And this is the same thing now. So what are we talking? And this man is criticizing one person. Your formation was poor. You are going to point the finger at one man. You understand? Then number two is that wheels. What type of money did they spend on wheels? Why did they spend that type of money?
Thank you.
I continue to have that question even when he came to, when they played the Euro. I watched him at the Euro and he said, this man doesn't want this thing. He doesn't want it. And then the slot, because he saw money, he was just spending the Kakes cannot run. You saw him in Premier League. He cannot.
Hello? Okay.
No, wait. Are you saying Kekes cannot run?
He cannot run.
Wow.
Kakes is very, very dull.
Wow.
I think the problem,
That's one of the best left back in the Premier League.
Thank you very
season.
much. I think the problem that they are comparing him with Robertson. When Robertson was in his prime, he can always move. You cannot compare
No,
Robertson
you cannot
and
compare.
Kekes
No,
because
he's still coming into a team.
That's the
He's
thing.
still,
No.
see, the
That's
thing
the
is,
thing.
Kekes is in a new Premier League team. When he was at Brighton, he knows when to go forward and somebody will cover for him. In the Liverpool side now, sorry, at Bournemouth, he knows when to go forward and somebody will cover for him. But in the Liverpool side now, he's not sure.
Okay,
Decision making has always been his problem in this Liverpool side. I don't know why you say he cannot run.
Hello, good morning.
The best left back in the Prem.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, your contribution.
First of all, I don't want to hear anything again.
On.
I just want to back.
Okay. Come on, yeah.
Like, how can you play how many matches? Okay, you play in the Premier League, you cannot even win back to back.
As in,
Chelsea, everybody was happy that, okay, this now come on. You know, you went on to lose against Brentford. There's no excuse for him again. And for this man to be giving him chance, I don't even understand. Last season, man, you finished 15th. And last season, Nottingham Forest finished, was it 7 or 6? And they still start their manager. Man, you that finished 15th couldn't start their manager, and they are giving him that. What kind of something is that? Feeling fans morale every day. I don't even like that. They should just get that man started.
You have to go down
thank
before
very
you
much.
go up.
Okay.
You have to
let's-
go down before you go up.
Aspire to
When you want to shoot a
Maguire,
catapult,
motivational speaker.
when you want to shoot a catapult or arrow, you will pull back.
Okay.
Motivational
Before you
speaker.
pull forward.
Results in the CAF results before we finish the end of the show. Before we finish the show, results in the CAF Champions League. Our own Rivers United won at home with JSK, so they are in the next round of the CAF Champions League. The day before yesterday, I think on Friday, Remo Stars beat their opponent 2-2, qualified for the next round of the CAF. So they went away to beat Zelemanjo 1-0. So the aggregate is 5-0 for Remo Stars. They are the next round. Congratulations to both teams. But in the CAF Confederation Cup, Kwara United lost at home.
When I told you, you said one goal.
Ashanti.
You said one goal was not there.
So the aggregate was 5-3. So Kwara United are out of the Confederation Cup. Abia West went away to Joliba and lost 1-0. Aggregate was 2-1. So Abia Warriors and Kwara United are out of the Confederation Cup. So let's hope that the two boys in the CAF Champions League will keep flying the flag of Nigerian flag. Congratulations to them. In the MPFL, Rangers International and Wiki went away to play 2-2 with Wiki Tourist. So we're going to talk about that later on tomorrow. Wiki Tourist and Rangers International. Other results in the MPFL: Bendel 1, Bayelsa United 1, Plateau 1, Economy Warriors 0, Warri Wolves 1, Shooting Stars 2. National United 2, Katsina United 0, Kun Khalifat 1, Baru 3. Ikorodu City and Enyimba International played a 1-1 draw. So first on the table is National United with 13 points. Enyimba is second with 12 points. Niger Tornadoes is third with 9 points. Katsina United is fourth with 9 points. Okay, this is how we are going to be ending today's show. Thank you for joining us on today's show. This weekend was lovely because everybody collect. So everybody, especially all the noisy neighbors, Manchester United, Chelsea, everybody collect, Liverpool, everybody collect, apart from Manchester City and Arsenal that won their games.
The Guardiola boys.
Everybody else won their game. Everybody lost their game. So maybe next weekend we'll see another maybe we'll see another match.
No, tomorrow we'll come back.
But Champions League is tomorrow. So Champions League tomorrow. We're going to come back talk about Champions League tomorrow and next tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today's show. Thank you for all those that join us on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live every day, Monday to Saturday on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful week.
104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
Maresca now 5 games never win. 5 games in a row, never win one.
Okay, Gabriel, I can see Jason too. I can see you. Okay, Chelsea will see Pepe this season. Maresca will be sacked by January. Happy startup story. Good morning, Volt Sports. What is going on with Manchester United? We don't know. We don't know, but God will help them.